And after they patched me up in hospital with stitches and glue, this police officer went, right. The doctor went, I've patched you up as best as we can, Desmond. And then the police officer went, right, I'm arresting you for homophobically bullying the police. Him. And I'm like, I'm the biggest girly looking man in history. The reason why my head was used as a football is because I look like a woman. My friend had just trimmed my hair the night before because I was trying to find a woman. And I'd shaven, so I was clean shaven and my hair trimmed. Yeah. Which meant I looked like a woman. And then 2 nights later, two lads used my head as a football. So the police officer handcuffed me and then stood this. I looked him straight in the eye and said, I'm not resisting arrest, but I've never been handcuffed before. I went like that. With awfully thin wrists. He wasn't happy. I mean, what he did next was actually assault. He handcuffed me again. The lacerations were on my wrist for 4 months. And then he took my hand and went, woof, trapped nerve for 4 months. Then he took me outside, whispered into my ear, no cameras here. And with my hands handcuffed behind my back, kicked the living daylights out of me. Took me in the cells, left me for hours, where every 5 minutes they were banging, night shift were banging on the door at Greenwich Police Station, being nasty. They wouldn't give me a drink, they wouldn't give me a blanket, it was February, and I was just their amusement. And they waited for my blood to dry from the kicking from the police officer, and then took the mugshot. And I said to the man, I said, I can't believe you're doing this. You kicked the crap out of me, take my photograph, and said, look, if you shut up, you might be all right. And I went, never. Because as the police officers are wandering by, they're all like screaming homosexual abuse at me and everything. And I'm like, and the guy with the moustache says, if you shut up, they'll shut up eventually. Eventually. And I thought, Douglas Bader, when his mother got married the second time, she married a vicar in a small parish church in Doncaster called Sprotborough. And the two Barden boys were apparently absolutely... The police were at the vicarage door every 5 minutes for the two boys. They were poor, and it was a prep school teacher who was childless, not a known homosexual, but certainly never accused of abuse or anything, but he was childless and unmarried in those days, and he paid for Douglas Bader to go to Cambridge.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was an English blue, is that what you call it? Yeah. He was an England rugby player. And, I mean, he was a complete git. If you weren't an officer and you were a prisoner of war, put your head down, do as you're told, try and get through it, If you were an officer, it is your duty to king and country to escape.
Of course,
And so Douglas Bader, despite having one leg, and he lost it. One time he jettisoned out, and he had to wrench himself away from the legs as he would have gone down with the Spitfire. And so the Germans eventually asked the Red Cross to parachute in a pair of legs. But my father was a coal miner. He was a warm bugger. He ripped the shit out of the officers. I mean, some liked it, but it was spite because it's war. We're going to play nicer just because you've got a gun and whatever. And he was exceptional at that. And my headmaster, who was at primary school, he was a rear gunner on a Lancaster. As a child, I thought he was a giant. I said, now don't you realise that the rear gunner of the Lancaster, he's the little fella, isn't he? Well, to me, he was giant. When I was like 6 or 7 and he would smoke a cigarette and do the Times crossword, and I'd stand next to him at break, and he would explain how he's not actually brilliant, he understands the compiler. All that sort of stuff. He always took me seriously. I think they used to send me to him to give the teachers and the classmates a break, and I'd just sit there for a couple of hours while he did his work, and I would read to him. But anyway, he raised us that I'm preparing for the next war. We hope it's not a nuclear one, but how do you think? I'm 53, I can go all around the world, I can get by in Dutch, my German's terrible, but I do know Germany. My French is passable, Spanish, Arabic. I think I'd do all right if we had a war again, don't you?
I think you would. You would, I think you'd probably do better than we would.
No, women are the best. They are.
Right.
We've got to crack on then.
Have a lovely day.
Nice
Where are
to
you
meet
from?
you.
Have I asked you that before?
No, we're from near Manchester, Bolton, near Manchester.
No. Bolton's a place. It's got its own
Bolton is a place.
postcode,
Most
BL.
people don't
Yeah.
know
Not this
Bolton.
morning, we've got to run. See you later.
See you later, Alice. Alice, don't leave me. No, Alice. Sorry. I love Bolton.
Yeah.
I've been to your football ground.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
My friend scored a goal from the halfway line before
Very
David
good
Beckham
start.
did it. David Speedy.
Yeah.
I never understood, right? Because we were in the players' seat. So, in one of the corner, is there like an MFI or B&Q or something?
It was a co-op, I think.
Was that what it was?
Yeah,
I
quart.
couldn't believe it. I thought, wait a minute, they're missing the edge of the terrace.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a co-op right on one.
Is that a long time? It was a long time. It was
Yeah.
91 or
Well,
something.
Burned Park's not there anymore. is it?
No?
No, they moved to Horwich.
Who to work?
Horwich.
Just on the outskirts of Bolton. Past Bolton, it's
Well, I was born in Doncaster. What is it good to ask? Because you do look like a man that like got a trade, like a carpenter, an engineer.
I was a fitter, yeah.
You were a fitter.
Yeah.
What does that mean, a fitter?
It means that you're a mechanical engineer
Right.
with your hands.
Okay. Oh. So, are you one of them men? I'm not. Are you one of them men that can go up to like the stopcock when they're doing the washing machine and just go? And Abby, the apprentice, going, "Do you want the monkey wrench, boss?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah." And he's done it with his hand. Can you do that? You can. He can. Can he? He can.
probably could have done.
Yeah, exactly. That wasn't what I wanted to say though. But oh right, yeah, okay. So you probably know these. I'm doing an impression of a trade. It's like What's My Line, but with noise. Are you ready? Say what you see. Say what you hear.
Must be a car mechanic of some sort, motor mechanic.
What can you hear?
An engine revving.
And what is this?
A drum.
No, what is this?
Ear.
Here,
And put the two together.
here,
No, reverse it. What's this?
here.
Engine.
Engine.
Ear.
Revving.
Say it quickly.
Engineer revving.
Oh my God.
God, we're hard work, aren't we?
I'm a dying man. Right, one last one. I need a hand. Need a hand.
Yeah.
A prop. This lady is a willing victim. Right, what is this? Right, you know, this is an engineer, so what am I doing now? What am I being? What am I being? It's a trade.
Oh.
A civil engineer, because I'm being polite.
Oh, man.
They are. I know. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What's this?
Please don't throw money.
You didn't introduce yourself.
Desmond, my name is Desmond.
Tony.
Tony, very pleased to meet you.
And
Mary.
Mary.
Mary, you are very beautiful.
You'll do for me.
If he hasn't got long, he's still got longer than me.
Oh, lovely to meet
but
you,
look,
Desmond.
you see, Miss EO, I'm not a transsexual. That was my mum.
All
So you
right.
know where to come. Wait until the day after the funeral. You know, I mean, because it doesn't look too good if you're like, you know, like, well, I mean, can we be a bit quick with the service? I'm moving to Dornoch. Disabled cottage. I don't have long left to live. You're 10 minutes from the sea. £92
How
a
did
week.
you know we were thinking of moving here?
See
You're
us
English?
walking up and down
No, that's a
too much.
joke. You know what? There's not a lot to do if you're under 60, but if you're retired, this place is a nirvana.
Yeah, I could
If you
believe
like
that.
bowling, if you just like walking to the sea,
Yeah.
you know, it's not very Highland like this place because it's full of bloody English and it's
There are a
expensive.
lot, aren't there? Yeah.
About half. And it's, I mean, only Scottish blood in me, although I was born in Doncaster.
Yeah.
But are you actually genuinely thinking of moving here?
No,
We're looking.
You're looking?
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
are thinking of
No
moving,
accent.
we're not
Oh, no,
sure
wait, you're
where.
Bolton. Sorry,
Yeah,
the last
yeah.
people from Walsall.
Well, our daughter who was with us last week, she lives in Edinburgh
Oh, wow.
and works in Edinburgh.
Okay.
And we've been sort of thinking we'd try and get to live a little bit nearer to her.
Well, before you go too far, it might be quicker by car and train from Bolton to Edinburgh than it is from here, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Just so you know.
We know, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you know, I don't care what lies you tell yourself to do what you want to do, but just make sure that you keep your feet going. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually, the children don't know, it's actually now harder.
Yeah.
Oh, no, who'd have thought we moved here and it's so difficult to get to you? Oh, well, never mind. We're just going out. The social life here, you know, like for retired people, can be wonderful if you like bowling. There's a couple of dinner clubs, but they can be a bit cliquey. But My mum went to the quiz in August by herself during the festival, and they said, someone will join their team, and it was the bowlers who went, join us.
Right.
And from that moment on, every week she found something more interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you been to the museum?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's volunteered there and was on the board.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm banned, I don't know why.
All right.
My mum was in hospital dying at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I went to this thing for about half an hour, and apparently my behaviour was so appalling. It was not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a show-off actually. Actually,
No.
no, because if I was a show-off, I would show off a lot more.
Yeah.
The last twice I've gone for a walk to the shop in Donut, I bumped into a Dutch person where I spoke fluent Dutch. Then the next person I bumped into who was with a bunch of people from Donut going, oh right, you know, I said, oh, it was just Dutch. Can you imagine how surprised she is? And then we've established that one of the people there was Arabic, Moroccan, started speaking about Morocco and in Arabic to her, and it was like going, well, this is fun.
Yeah.
And there was a lot, German, but they weren't Scrabble players. I've taken up far too much of your time. But if you ever do move here, my place it's a living story,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It is. I don't know what my house is going to look like from one moment to the next. I live in a cycle like a baby, eat, sleep, drink, pee, play piano, do some mad
Yeah.
creative stuff. So I wake up and I'm like, what have you guys, been the soft toys, what have you been doing here? You know, and I'll be playing the piano and then the next minute I'm like saying that I'm Homo erectus and you sapiens are toast with a UV light down my pants or whatever. And it's amazing, for no money, you know, it can look quite interesting. I mean, the last 30 days, 184,000 people views of my mad exercises and music.
Right.
And pro rata, that's over 2 million.
Wow.
The last 2 days, they've refused to publish anything of mine on Instagram. But they delete it. The moment it's published, they delete it. But they still put it on Facebook. Because I then put it back on, one of them, back on Instagram, and went, if you publish it elsewhere, it's not really banning it, is it?
Yeah.
No.
And then I was doing yoga with my top off, the banned app for nudity and sexual behaviour. So I wrote back and I said, on my old Facebook account, you tagged me to extremely disgusting hardcore pornography for years. And you've got the audacity, see you in court. I mean, probably not, but if I ever think about it, it's £20 to take to sheriff's court. Can you imagine how much their barrister costs for an hour?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Just for the fun.
yeah.
If it's not fun,
Just for the
stop.
devilment.
Yeah.
Exactly. When I lived in Tom Down with my last girlfriend, it was 15 years ago, so she probably is the last girlfriend. It's the middle of nowhere, there's only 3 places, a fishing pub that Madonna wants to buy for her husband, but they wanted the road. And they went, you can't have the road, it's everyone's. And then there was us and there was someone else. And one Sunday, some ramblers looking very much like you, but Scottish, were coming by, and they were retired school teachers. And I'm like, good day, or whatever. And we're, oh yeah, we're having a good day. You're off for what? Oh yeah, we're going looking for illegal fences. And they've got like burglar wire cutters. And these retired miscreants in their 70s and 80s were looking for fences to cut.
Oh, my
because you've got the right of way in this country, you see.
All right. Oh, I didn't realise that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Scottish right of way is ancient. But like most things, the civil law, as you probably know, it's wonderful. It's written by fairies and hippies. Well, try and enforce it. Because the moment it's civil law, the police say we can't get involved in civil law unless it's them breaking the law.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway,
We have to go.
Doug, Les, name.
Tony.
Tony.
Damn, not even close. And you?
Mary.
Mary, quite contrary. Tony, I'm sorry for taking so much time. But I'll remember you forever, and you are on Facebook Live to nobody. But it means that tomorrow, keep walking. It means tomorrow I'll look and go, Tony with that beautiful accent.
See you.
See you later.